ಲಿಂಕ್
ಲಿಂಕ್
ರೈಟ್
ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅಂತ ಐತೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು.
ಮನೇನು ಓಡಾಡಕ್ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಆಟ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಅಂತ ಅವಾಗ
ಬರುತ್ತೆ
ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಲಿಂಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಐತಿ. ಸರ್, ಇದು NOC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ಲಿಂಕ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಂ, NOC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಹೌದು. ಕೇಬಲ್ ಹಾಕೋಣ?
ಕೇಬಲ್ ಹಾಕಿ ವೈಫೈ ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ವೈಫೈ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ವೈಫೈ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಗೆ
ವೈಫೈ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ನಾನು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ
ನಾಳೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇವತ್ತೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ಹಾಂ ಹ್ಞೂ ಬರ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ವೈಫೈ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಶರೈಸರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್ ಹಲೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇದು ಅನ್ರೀಚಬಲ್ ಅದ ಬರ್ದೈತಾ ಏನಣ್ಣ ಇಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿರಲಿ ಹಲೋ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಹಾಂ ಈಗ ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿರಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಯಾರು ನಿಂತಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಯಾರು ನಿಂತಿಲ್ಲ
ಹಿಂದೆಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಓಕೆ
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಆನಂದ ಪಡ್ತಾ
ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ವಿಲೇಜ್
A very good morning to all of you. I request the delegates and the students to please be seated and let us maintain the decor of the conference by switching off our mobiles or putting it in silent mode. The guests have already arrived and they might be here at any minute. So let us maintain silence. Thank you. Hello. I request the students who are sitting at the back to please take your seats in the front. I request all the students to come and take your seats in the front. Good morning, everybody. Let us all stand up in honor of the dignitaries.
That's it.
Over on that one.
Ready?
Sir, good morning. I request all the dignitaries to please be seated on the desk, and I request the gathering also to please be seated. A very good morning to the distinguished dignitaries on the dais, staff, delegates, and students. I request the audience to maintain the decor of the conference. Please do switch off your mobile phones and please maintain silence. We are so welcome, sir. On a happy note, we are happy to mention that the program is starting on the dot of 11. We are very happy to mention that. Let us start the national conference with an invitation from Pooja and her team.
प्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुणवे क्षेत्रे गुरुधर्म सदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्राते गुरुपादण्डदण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गौरगुल्पाय गन्धमस्ताय गोदयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Professor B. Shekhar, Chairperson, Department of Studies and Research in Commerce, is an insightful academician, and his virtue for organizational skills and research is commendable. I call upon you to welcome the dignitaries and the participants and to throw light upon the theme of the conference.
Good morning to one and all. Distinguished guests on the dais, and my dear delegates, student friends, press and media. Basically, Tumkur University, which is meant for successfully organizing the number of seminars, conferences for the last few years, it has achieved a milestone in making the functions, seminars, conferences a grand success. So this is a conference which is also a part of the total functioning of Tumkur University. I deem it my privilege to welcome all of you to the national conference organized by the Department of Studies and Research in Commerce, Tumkur University. I extend a warm welcome to the president of this function, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University, Senior Most Professor of Department of Economics and also Tumkur University, who is the main source of inspiration for organizing this kind of seminars. For almost 25 conferences we have been organizing since 2 months. The total credit goes to Professor Jaishila sir, who is the backbone to all of us. Respects to all the faculty members wholeheartedly, and whenever we go him to ask whatever the kind of help we want, support we want, he is always ready before we going and approaching. So he prepares all whatever the needs, requirements of each department, and he tells us, so this is the route or path or the way you have to go, and you have to achieve all those things. So Professor Jaishila sir, the president of this function, opportunity to welcome on behalf of the Department of Studies and Research in Commerce, on behalf of all the delegates who are present here, on behalf of all the students community, and on my own behalf and on behalf of all my faculty members, I welcome you, sir, to this program. I extend a warm welcome personality, and we are highly honored to have our midst of the esteemed presence, Dr. Jacob Krasta, MD of CM Neurosystems Private Limited, former president of CASIA and so many other organizations, a very good human being, basically a good administrator, good successful entrepreneur, very famous personality in India and outside also, exporter also basically. Sir, We look forward to hear your illustrious address, replete with insights which all spearhead the deliberations of this conference. A warm welcome to you, sir, on behalf of all the delegates, faculty members. I welcome you, sir, to this program. It is a delight to welcome the respected Registrar of Tumkur University. Sir, your fruitful experience, years of experience, in-depth knowledge. Basically, you are a professor of social science, social work. You are very famous in the field of social work. We are very, lucky enough to have as a registrar of Tumkur University. All activities of the Tumkur University. I welcome Professor B.S. Gunjal sir on behalf of all the faculty, delegates, and on my own behalf to this conference. Professor Velu Murugan sir, he is basically professor of Pondicherry University. Now he has just moved very recently to the Central University of Tamil Nadu. He is resource person for the technical session 1. So he is always supporting Tumkur University. He is in the various boards of Tumkur University. He regularly, visits Tumkur University for all, assessments, evaluations, examination work. Professor Velu Murugan sir is with us today on this occasion. I welcome Professor Velu Murugan sir wholeheartedly on behalf of everyone who are present here. Welcome you, sir. Dr. Ramachandra Gowda, he is on the way. He has struck in the traffic of Bangalore. He is just almost, within 5 minutes. He is telling that within 5 to 10 minutes I am reaching Tumkur. In his absence, I welcome Professor M. Ramachandra Gowda, Registrar of Bangalore Central University, Professor of Commerce. Basically, he is also supporting Commerce Department since several years. Since inception of the business center of Tumkur University, he is coming. He was coming to the Tumkur University for taking the classes for our MCOM student. So he is helping a lot. So he is on the way. In his absence also, I welcome Professor M. Ramachandra Gowda. Professor Paramashivaya is with us, Dean Commerce Faculty, and Professor of Commerce. He is supporting in all respects to the Commerce Department, and he is one of the main source of inspiration also to organize this conference. So he is with us on behalf of all the delegates and faculty members, students. I welcome you, sir. Actually, we had a plan, and we have a plan to invite Muralidhar Halappa. He is the chairperson, Skill Development Corporation, Government of Karnataka. He said in the morning, sir, I have some meeting with the government officials. I am not able to attend the program. You please convey my message or the wishes to all the delegates and participants. On behalf of all of you, in his absence, I also welcome Shri Muralidhar Halappa, Chairman, Skill Development Corporation, Government of Karnataka, to this conference. Friends, I take this opportunity to welcome all the delegates who have come from different places to this conference. Friends, we have received nearly 130 papers, more than 130 papers. Conference. Out of 130 research papers, we have selected only in the first volume 65 papers, and we have published the book in the form of an edited book. All the papers are published, 65 papers. We are also planning to have one more edited volume in the coming days. I can assure all the participants or the delegates who have contributed the papers, you will also see one more edited volume in the later days. wholeheartedly welcome all the paper contributors and delegates for this conference. I welcome you, all of you. I also welcome all the student friends who are MCOM students, MBA students, and commerce students from different colleges. And some students, they told that they have tests, so tomorrow they are coming. So for all students and other delegates, I take this opportunity to welcome once again to everyone to this conference and making the conference a memorable event. Welcome you all. And not the least, I welcome press and print media who are always supporting us for and bringing whatever the deliberations which are happening in the conference in the form of print media and mass media. So I welcome the press also to this conference. I welcome all my professors, Department Professor Reddy sir, Professor Suresh, Professor Shobha. Here we have with us Chairman of MBA Department, Madam Noorabza, Sashidhar, Shivashankar. Just now, Dr. Ramesh has arrived, the Chairman Department of MSW. We have with us Shivashankar and many professors are there. Devraj, Srinivas Murthy, other fellow colleagues. I wholeheartedly, thank everyone for making this event a memorable one in the history of Tumakuru University. I once again welcome you all. Thank you very much. I'm not going to take much time because sir has, so many works. Hence, I'm leaving this, guys. Thank you, one and all.
When learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. When creativity blossoms, thinking emanates. When thinking emanates, knowledge is fully lit. When knowledge is lit, the economy flourishes. Lines from Professor APJ Abdul Kalam, map of knowledge which dispels ignorance. I call upon the delegates to inaugurate the conference. We would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor B.S. Shekhar, Chairperson of the department. It's heartening to acknowledge that the conference has received more than 120 papers from within and without the state. Out of the 120 papers, 60 papers have been edited in a book. I call upon the dignitaries to release the edited volume of these papers. Professor B.S. Gunchal, highly respected registrar of Tumkur University, is a scholar in the field of social work, academician and researcher of high repute. Have his presence in our midst this morning. Respected sir, we look forward to hear your words of rich wisdom and experience. Welcome, sir.
Good morning to all of you. Respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Jashila sir, Dr. Jacob Krasta, Chairman and Managing Director, CM Environmental Social Private Limited, Professor Shekhar, Professor Muralidhar Malappa, Professor Ramachandra Gowda, and Professor Parameswaya, faculty members from the Department of Commerce Management and other departments of Tumkur University, delegates from the different universities and colleges across the state, students from the Department of Commerce and Management. At the very outset, I would like to thank and appreciate Professor Shekhar, Professor Parameswaya, and his all faculty members and students. They have taken a lead to organize this national conference on management of evolving trends of Indian economy, a new outlook, 27th and 28th of November 2017 at this university. I congratulate you, sir. These 2 days deliberations are going to be very much fruitful and useful for the students' communities across the country. Also appreciate, just now we have released a book. In a short span of time, you are able to edit the papers which have issued for the conference, 130 papers what you said, and that you have taught in the form of book. This is also another important, the commendable work at the Department of Commerce and Management. And I personally feel that if you, after observing this mammoth gathering in this hall, and the 2-day deliberations are going to be more useful, wish the conference is going to be a grand success. The organizers for having invited me to this very auspicious function, and with these few words I am closing here. I wish once again all the best to all the participants and students. Thank you very much for this.
We are honored to have in our presence the highly respected registrar of Bangalore University, Professor Ramachandra Gowda. I ask the convener to do the honors. The department deems it an honor and a privilege to felicitate the distinguished dignitaries who have made it today to be a part of the conference. As a token of appreciation and acknowledgement of their eminent presence, I call upon Professor B. Shekhar to do the honors. We would like to honor the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tumakuru University. Okay. We would like to honor Dr. Jacob Krasta. Next, we would be doing the honors to Professor M. Ramchandra Gowda, highly respected Registrar of Bangalore University. Next, it's an honor to felicitate our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tumakuru University, Professor Jaishila. The department deems it an honor to felicitate the respected Registrar, Professor B.S. Gunjal, Registrar, Tumakuru University. We would like to honor Professor Venu Murugan from the Pondicherry University. Professor Jaishila, Honorable Vice Chancellor of a university, is a remarkable combination of unflinching dedication and profound academic temperance. He has undoubtedly proved that creativity and hard work surpass all barriers. His natural talent, learning and simplicity is unparalleled and laudable. An accomplished academician, Honorable Sir, we invite you to address the gathering.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Dr. Jacob Costa, Chairman and Managing Director, CM Environment System Private Limited, Bangalore. Professor Ramchandra Gowda, Registrar, University, Central Bangalore. Registrar, Tumkur University. Professor Kamshaya, Finance Officer, Tumkur University. Professor Velu Morgan, Central University, Pondicherry. Professor B. Shekhar, Chairman, the Department of Studies and Research in Commerce, distinguished delegates, students, friends, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to preside over the inauguration of the two-day National Conference on Management of Evolving Trends of Indian Economy, a New Outlook. The global environment is undergoing transformation and there has been quantitative qualitative shift in trade and business opportunities across nations. Furthermore, with the advent of liberalization and focus on FDI reforms and innovations in information technology, there has been a significant increase in international mobility of human capital, knowledge, technology, and materials. Concurrently, the volatility of socio-economic performance of economies has also increased. Economic and monetary integration as well as global financial crisis are the prominent factors affecting macro as well as microeconomic business environment. Due to competition and evolving market dynamics, business strategies and models in organizations are always in a constant state of flux, and therefore the challenge to manage business requires new ways of thinking. India has initiated various reforms and policies to facilitate ease of doing business both for domestic and foreign investors. Various initiatives such as goods and service tax, demonetization, digital India, skill India, etc. are being viewed as economic game changers. In the above scenario, there is requirement for critical thinking and a desire to question and seek creative answers and outcomes in order to create a healthy socio-economic system. Moreover, in spite of long history of introducing various initiatives, there is a challenge to sustain these initiatives over time. Thus, we need to focus not only on timely implementing change, but also on managing it. In this context, the conference provides opportunities to discuss and deliberate on various issues dealing with changing economic and competitive environment from the perspective of managers, business, academicians, and economists. I am happy to know that the papers have been brought out in the form of work with ISPL. The huge response of the delegates itself is a testimony to the success of the conference. I wish all participants a very happy stay on our campus. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank all the participants and other distinguished dignitaries for being with us on this occasion. Thank you.
As the Vice Chancellor has an important meeting to attend, the Honorable Vice Chancellor and the respected Registrar will be leading the conference. We thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor and the respected Registrar for the presence in our conference. A prolific personality, phenomenal achievement in the implementation of novel innovative practices in aerospace and the defense sector, a true visionary and an illustrious luminary of repute, recipient of prestigious awards, and a role model for our aspiring youths, we call upon Dr. Jacob Craster to deliver the inaugural address. Sir, we are honored to have your august presence in our midst this morning.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಾಗಿದ್ದ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಜಯಶೀಲ್ ಅವರು ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೊರಟೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ BS ಗುಂಜಲ್ ಅವರು ಹೊರಟೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಗೌಡ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರು ಅವರ ತಂಡ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆದು ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಮಾತುಗಳು ಎಕಾನಮಿ ವಿಷಯ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಕರೆದಾಗ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿರುವ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಕಲಾಮುರುಗನ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಅಜ್ಮತುಲ್ಲಾ ಅವರ SSITಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಸುತ್ತ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. I would like to definitely congratulate the team here, Professor Shekhar and his team. It's a very appropriate topic. The management of evolving trends on Indian economy and it's a new outlook. It's a very appropriate. And in this topic, I was asked to talk to you on demonetization, GST, and the economy. Probably is very relevant today. Probably some of the things which I am going to tell you, it is not there in the paper, it is not there in the TV, it is not there in any economist. I viewed this entire change and transformation of this economy in an industry perspective, hailing from the MSME community. Well, I think probably you all tomorrow going to be employed in the MSME sector. Probably all should know what is happening in the MSME sector now and maybe tomorrow. Well, my dear students, tomorrow's economy builders, this is a time for you. It's been delivered for the last 70 years after independence, which has not happened for the last 70 years. Now it has been happening. Wait for some time. Rama Rajya is going to come. Sabka Vikas, Sabke Saath. Don't take me as a BJP man. I'm an industrialist from the fraternity of MSME community. By and large, my dear students, we compare India to China. You know what is the strength and the economy of India and China? India's economy is $2.6 trillion and China's economy is $12 trillion. The bank finance from our country for this $2.6 trillion is only $1.2 trillion. Banks funding, because without the bank funding, you can't have any business. And whereas in China, it is $18 trillion for the economy of $12 trillion. That is the way that China has been given funding to the businessman. Unless and until there is a funding, business cannot improve. If the business cannot improve, economy can't improve. And we have same population. We have 1.25 billion population. They have 1.3 billion population. So it's always been compared India to China. Probably economy-wise, you can't compare. But today, China's GDP growth is reducing. We also had a reduced GDP growth of 5.7% after this
demonetization, GST is implemented, whereas the last quarter it has gone up by 6.1%. Whereas China economy is reduced, that it was last 6.7%, it has now reduced to even 6.2%. Whereas now we are at economical things are growing. Now this is the present situation. I'll tell you what happened to the past. We had about say 86% of our economy is a cash purchase. I think you all know about it, right? 86%. Everything and anything is dealt by cash. And we are 16.5 lakhs crores of this 500 notes and 1000 rupees notes. On the day of November 8th at 8 p.m. in 2016, Prime Minister Modi came on the TV and announced 500 rupees note and 1000 rupees notes tomorrow. What do? If the 500 rupees note and the 1000 rupees notes doesn't have a tendering value and is only a paper piece, then the entire country went into a turmoil. And those 2 days was complete economy, banks was closed. That is November 9th and November 10th. Whereas on the 11th, when the banks have opened, you have been asked to given, or rather you have been given a time up to say December 31st of 2016 to go back to the bank. Whatever you have, 500 rupees note, 1000 rupees note, you can put back and draw. Draw how much? 2000 rupees note. One. Even ATM also 2000 rupees only one. Even if you had money to put in the bank, even if a lakhs of rupees you had, or even crores of rupees you had, not you, maybe your parents, maybe your people, maybe your businessman, if you have businessman children, or a politician children, or some corrupt official children, there are some crores of rupees. What they did? You all know that? They had a direct contact with the bank manager. They had a direct contact the bank manager to the Reserve Bank of Chest. Crores of rupees of 2000 rupees bundles snipped away from the chest directly to the bedroom of a businessman or a corrupt politician, where they had a secret door in a bathroom hidden this money. And one of the person who had a secret door in the bathroom is caught because the person who had done that secret door, he did not make the payment for him. So he went and complained to the Goa ITC, and income tax raided the bathroom door and it is caught. Crores of rupees was caught of 2000 bundles within 10 days. How it was possible? That means our people are so smart. So smart. They can go even beyond the thinking of even our RBI officials. Rangoli hakidre chape olgade turtare. We are very smart, very smart. Whereas we use your smartness for unproductive purpose. That's the thing. Anyway, but what happened? This 2000 rupees notes after demonetization, everything is carried away. But you and me, that 2000 rupees note are not available. Every 2000 rupees was bundle wise, and you know what happened when I think about say more than I think say about say 12,000, 18,000 people were seized the house and income tax raided. All these 500 and 2000 rupees note have been caught. Fine, that's the story. But what happened? When the time was given after 31st March, you know that there was a long queue. And when there was a long queue, what was that queue? And I know very well in Pena, all the government industries were closed. All the government workers were on a queue. Whose money is that? All businessmen and corrupt politicians' money. And even the corrupt politicians and bureaucrats' money on commission basis been exchanged. That means if it is 1 lakh, pay just 10%, 20%, and over a period of time increase, even 40%. That means
If you have given, say, 1 lakh rupees of old note, you will get back 60,000 rupees of fresh notes. So that way money was being exchanged. Our people are again very, very smart. They know how to make a business even in a rough situation like this. Okay. Now then what happened? The people, those who have put the money, that is known, bank account known, and those who have put this 2 lakhs rupees and above, about 18 lakhs of notices were sent by Income Tax Department to explain. If you have put more than 2 lakhs rupees cash, give the details from where you got this source of this money. So some people are given explanation because we are our old, our grandmother or grandfather. They also used to keep money in the tins in the kitchen room and all that. Is to save for the difficulty time because we have no social justice, social security. So all this money was stored over a period of time. All these money went back and they explained that okay, fine, that's not over. But out of 18 lakhs of notices, 9 lakhs of notices are satisfied. But balance 9 lakhs of rupees, 9 lakhs of notices issued by Income Tax Department still under scrutiny now. That's why about 92,000 crores of this new black money replaced is already come back to the system. Fine. Now, who are having all these kind of bank accounts and income tax other PAN card? The businessmen is to have something like 7 to 9 PAN cards. And the 7 to 9 PAN cards, how he had? If his name is Ram Kumar Sharma, he had a Ram Kumar Sharma PAN card, he had a R.K. Sharma PAN card, he had a Kumar Ram Sharma PAN card, he had a Sharma R.K. PAN card, and Sharma Kumar Ram. 7 to 9 PAN cards here. Now what Income Tax did it? They asked to give the Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card you can't have Ram Kumar Sharma, Sharma Ram Kumar, Kumar Ram Sharma or Sharma Aadhaar, right? They have the 10 fingers impression. So is a person, personality and a person identified by Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card now each and everything is come to the Aadhaar card. So that means person and the person is identified by a name, and only those who are given that Aadhaar card, now only that PAN card and this Aadhaar card is been now validated. All other PAN cards have been discontinued, disabled. Then for the last 70 years, whatever he has filed for thus disabled PAN cards, what happens to this PAN card property is called Benami property. That's the reason why Benami Property Act has come. So now almost all land and building which is filed is become a government property now. So now there is a plenty of land and buildings are available. So if you want to buy, your parents want to buy any land and building, don't buy now. Wait for another 1 year or 2 years, because all land prices, property prices are going to come down because there are plenty of land available for you. And now they immediately can't sell that land or property confiscated by government, because tomorrow if they go for a litigation, it will be a litigation till such time the court decides they cannot sell it. So now that land and this building available on rental or lease basis. That means if at all you don't have a property or a house, and if you are staying in a rental, please note, rental value also will come down. So you require generally in your life what? A house, a business for your daily working, right? Or for enterprising you require a land. What else you require a land for? So we had a business called real estate business. That means you buy a property of 10 lakhs in any part of the Bangalore or even Tumkur now, I have seen it earlier, and that 10 lakhs of property within 3 years has become 100 lakhs. Can transform 10 times of your money into 10x, x to 10x. It was only real estate. Why? Because 70 to 80% of the investment on land and property was black money. Now what government did? If at all you have any land and property to be sold, unless and until you give a PAN card and Aadhaar card, you can't register your property. That also gone. So how can you register a property of black money? And so all that land and building or the properties become the government property now. So now over a period of time, circulation is become zero. So that is demonetization is really helped this black money. But still black money is there, and some of the politicians are asking for a bribe for the job to be done, but they do not know where to spend that money. They can only keep under the bed and sleep and say, yes, I have so many crores under my bed. That's all. That's a satisfaction, a mental satisfaction. They can't use that money anywhere. Okay, what is to happen? All this black money, it used to be in the real estate. They used to buy gold. The gold you can't buy unless until you have your Aadhaar card and PAN card. Or even if they purchase, now under the GST. Gold also will come under GST. Now shortly, land purchase sale also comes under GST. Now what is the GST is good doing? You know that what is GST? Good service tax, right? It's a good simple tax, not a gambling tax. Right? Our Rahul Gandhi, which is aspiring to become Prime Minister after 2019, wants to call GST the gambling tax. Fine? I think people will decide whether he will become Prime Minister or not. That's not our business. Our economy is our economy, people economy. Now this GST, if it was implemented on 1st of July without the demonetization, probably GST would not have become successful. Because when the GST is implemented, the shops, they ransacked the shops. There was a chaos, there was a civil war, and GST is withdrawn. Whereas here in our country, 86% of economy was cash purchase. And when the GST is implemented on 1st of July, people had a little problem. Who are those people who had a problem? Those who are on the daily wages, who are workers who are having daily wages, or garment manufacturers, or construction workers. So these are the people affected, and the common man also is affected, because a common man where he had no access to a bank, maybe his bank from the house, maybe miles away or maybe kilometer away. So he has to walk maybe kilometers together to transfer his old money into new money cash. So such are the people being affected with this kind of demonetization. Whereas that has really not affected the common man, which is proved by UP election. UP election being the highest number of member of parliament, 89. 89 members of parliament are there from UP, whereas our Karnataka is only 24. So such large state, when the election is declared, BJP thought they may get about 110 or 130. They got a thumping majority. So that means it's a clear indication. There was a slight turmoil in the society after demonetization and GST implementation. And the business has become all white, and all the black money is got into, converted into the bank. So the people, those also suffer. So although there is suffering, probably tomorrow good days are going to come. They must have thought and given back to the BJP votes. That is so. Then the GST is implemented. But when the GST is passed in the parliament, although Lok Sabha, actually, you know that when the GST is implemented, when the Vajpayee government in 2010, 99-2000, So when Vajpayee declared, he made a Kelkar committee. So that Kelkar committee gave a report and he wanted to implement in 2000, 99 to 2000. Of time, since he had no majority support from Congress, and when after 2004 new election takes place, then UPA government came. Manmohan Singh, who was the brightest economist, highest qualified person in the whole world, became the prime minister. We expected a lot of things to come, or maybe GST to come. But then what happened? In the GST, when it is implemented, all BJP opposed it. They said no, it is an impure GST. Because they were talking about one tax in the entire country, and that was 18%. Then, what is the arena of GST? GST is paid by the last consumer. Whereas earlier, what used to happen? There used to be a central excise duty, there is to be a service tax, and there is to be a purchase tax, there is to be a commercial tax, there is to be an entry tax, there is to be entertainment tax. So that means there are about 9 varieties of taxes from the central government, of the taxes from the state government, and about some 21 or 27 cess on that tax, or Ganga River, this reassessment tax cess. So all these cess and the taxes of central government and the state government subsumed into GST. And the Congress government, UPA government, then 18%, for which BJP opposed. Why it is opposed this? What they said is, a poor man, a beggar, if he purchases some chapli or some food, charge 18%, or rich man like Ambani's or Mukesh Ambani or even Tata Birla's owner who can drive Ambassador or Ferrari car also pays 18%. So there's a disparity, and we are poorest of the poor people also pays 18% tax, and richest of the rich person also pays 18% tax. So the BJP government said no, for the country and not is allowed to be passed. So one more clause stating that because the GST is paid by the consumer states. Because earlier GST is paid by the manufacturer. Before the goods manufactured, released from the factory, you have to pay taxes. Your central excise duty, your commercial tax, and whatever it is. So now it is GST is paid by the consumer. When you buy a food product or your textile or your household things, you pay the GST, last consumer. Because it is a retrospective effect of all taxes being consumed into the product are all wiped out. That means earlier what has happened, central excise duty manufacturer is to be built in the cost, which is not known. Because it was a 100 rupees product, 12% central excise duty was there and CST central tax was there. Something like 100 rupees, 12 to 14 rupees was built in. That means if you sold to a dealer 115, so you never knew there is a central excise duty on that. On 115, state government is charged 14.5% VAT. So only VAT they should charge. But now they charge only one GST. Because from business to business, anything purchased, anything sold, so the tax is not passed on. That is the beauty of GST. I know the GST is passed when it's proposed in UPA government. What happened? BJP proposed, and so it is paid by the consumer. Manufacturing states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Mumbai are going to lose the taxes. So they proposed 1% extra cess on GST. When you're talking about there should not be a tax on tax, 1% a manufacturing tax, and if you implement GST, so it becomes an impure GST. So this BJP government opposed it, and when the 10 years of UPA government, they could not do anything. not passed. Then what happened when the BJP came and they made all pure format of GST, and when they suggested that there should be a variety of taxes, and they implemented 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28% of sin rules. 5-star hotel and all that. You all know about it. But then what happened when the BJP wanted to propose? See our apathy of politicians in the parliament of democracy. So it is opposed, then they tried to convince, made a lot of suggestions, and it is passed as a 122nd amendment of the constitution. And when it is passed, of course, Lok Sabha it was passed because there was a majority of BJP, and there was no majority in the Rajya Sabha. But Rajya Sabha, when it is put forward, it was unanimously passed. The GST bill was 122nd amendment unanimously, not even one single negative vote. Passed. Firstly passed, and Congress has passed the GST and 122nd amendment. How Rahul Gandhi says that the pursuing tax. See the apathy. Okay, the politicians we have, they don't even have an imagination what we as the citizens require in our country. Fine, as a politics, I not get into politics. Let us get into the economy. Now, when it is passed and it is implemented, all food products were 0%. That is the common man, whatever he is going to work, roti, kapta or makan. What Indira Gandhi is talking about 1980s, all that is been no GST, zero. Only when the food was packed, processed food, for example, atta, Annapurna atta, it is processed. So it was passed as a registered trademark 5%. Again, objection started. How can he charge 5% on that? So then what happened? On the Guwahati, on the last month meeting, on the 15th of last month, so they declared all that those who are on 28%, including your hotel, 18% and 28%, your 5-star hotel, your idli, if you take note, was an 18% tax. Everybody protested. What is this? I eat only idli. And you charge 18% on that. Fine. So government thought, fine, it has to be removed. And now all taxes have been removed from the 28%. Even some of the food products have come down to 5% now. Then the government thought, there is another statistics for the GST. You know how many people registered for GST in our country? 85 lakhs. 85 lakhs people registered for GST. And when the filing took place in the month of July, the return, the GSTR1 return filed by only 56 lakhs. Out of these 56 lakhs people, GST collected was 94,000 crores. You know how many people paid this 94,000 crores? 10 lakhs people. In the July month, 94,000 crores. In the August, it was 92,000 crores. And in the month of September, it was 93,000 crores. Only 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 14 lakhs. That means, are there only 10 lakhs people pay GST in our country? Probably entire film world if you take it. Film world, only film world if you take it. GST may be in lakhs of crores. That means, what does it indicate for you? For the last 70 years of independence, we have been carried this for taxation, for high taxation. There was a time during the time of Indira Gandhi,
If you make 100 rupees income, you have to pay 110 rupees tax. Got it? 100 rupees if you say profit, you have to pay 110%. That means profit making was a crime. Any politician or any bureaucrat, tax official, if you are making profit, his eyes goes up. That means you're making more profit, or you should have more paid taxes. So he is being harassed, assessed, till such time they squeeze their blood. That's why the businessmen payment of the taxes. Corruption and the Swiss bank account. It is because of this problem. Of 70 years where it has been streamlined and the taxes have come down, income tax from 100% brought down to 75%, 75% to 65%, 65% to now it is 35%. You pay 35% income tax. Now, because of this anomaly and the stringent way of payment of taxes, central excise duty, commercial tax, entertainment tax, so now brought under GST. Now when the GST, when the people started paying, and when they paid, when they put the, or rather filed the returns, automatically for a purchaser, it becomes GSTR2. Whatever sale is done by anybody and everybody in our country, posted in the GST network, and that bill become GSTR2, the person who has purchased. Fine. If somebody had not posted the bill and you are purchased, you are allowed to show the return as the GSTR2. 21st of the last day or 20th, 21st, the tax affiliate will be there. Why have you not sold so much of quantity, so much of taxes to this person? So the GST network is a stringent network, automatically done. But then there was a glitches. You know why there was a glitches? The person, a black marketeer or a person who wants to make money out of this, he has made a sale, he had filed GSTR1 filing on the GSTR network, but later on he found that, oh my God, how much taxes I have to pay? So let me reverse it. So he cancelled the bill and raised one more bill. Same number, same date. Your software doesn't understand that. Your Kutantri Buddhi. So that's why glitches came. Infosys who developed this software never imagined that we have such kind of Kutantri Buddhi people. So that's why glitches came. So what government did? So these 10 lakhs people, if at all they have paid 94,000 crores, those who are registered 85 lakhs, that means there are plenty of people are doing this. So they said, okay, fine. If that is so, what they have done? Earlier also it was 20 lakhs exemption. That means your turnover is 20 lakhs. You need not file your returns, or you need not even take a GST registration. Then what they did? There was a composite tax. That means if your turnover is 1.5 crores, if you are a trader, pay only 1%. If you are a hotel industry, pay 5%. I'm trying. Sir, idli ತಗೋತಾರೆ ನಾವು 18% ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5% ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ 5% ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5% ಜೇಬಿಂದ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. They can't charge GST. It's a problem. So this composite tax, the Gawati decision, your trader or manufacturer or your pay only 1%. So that means composite tax 1.5. Then there is one more problem. If a small business fellow, if he is supplying to a big business fellow, the composite tax or an exemption limit, fellow has to pay GST on the purchases.
Take a credit. Then the big B says, why should I pay GST on your behalf? You bloody hell, you take input credit or output credit. Why should I pay? So I stopped buying from you. That's for reverse charge mechanism, whatever is that also will be removed up to March 2018. So now it is streamlined. So now we'll have to see going to file the GST. But another apathy I'll give you an example of Karnataka. Before implementation of GST, there were about 4,86,000 VAT registration called TIN number. Every businessman exempted only say 5 lakhs turnover. For BD cigarette shop nalli maroon kuda 10 lakshaginta ಜಾಸ್ತಿ business ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. That means every businessman have to register under VAT the TIN number. Any shop on the road, anybody has to have a TIN number. What do you know? 4,86,000 in Karnataka. We have in Karnataka 5 lakhs registered and unregistered MSMEs. 8.5 lakhs. If all these hotel industry, wholesalers, traders, sub-dealers, entire in Karnataka from Bidar to Mangalore and from Raichur to Goa, if they all start paying taxes, you mean to say there are only 4,86,000? Probably there may be 35 to 45 lakhs businessmen. Registered? Not even 10%. Being the honest taxpayer, only 10% of the business people started paying VAT. Bihar and UP. Probably Bihar and UP start paying taxes. The rest of India did not pay the taxes. The apathy of our country. Now, trust me, my dear students, nobody can avoid, because the bill, the who has purchased from the seller has to host pay of a value addition only. Country from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from entire country has to pay GST. Only 10 lakhs people only paid, and probably from 2018, all elections are over. Parliament is getting ready for 2019 election. There will be stringent norms of collection of GST. I have estimated the collection to the government maybe 10 times. From just day for yesterday from the central GST government official from Delhi. He said, yes, the GST collection is going to be 10 times. Fine. If government is collecting so much of taxes, and if the tax buoyancy increases, don't you feel that all our roads in our country are going to have 5-star roads? Don't you feel that all our government hospitals are going to be a 5-star hospitals? Don't you feel that all our government schools and colleges are going to become 5-star schools and colleges? There will be a beautiful information of education transformation to the poor people. So the beneficiary of GST is those people. How can there be a poorest of the poor person in our country and the richest of the richest person in our country, or who is called Mukesh Ambani, who has got 6,873 crores of thing he has constructed for only for his wife and 2 children? Don't you see that's an apathy? How can the rich be very rich And how can we poor be very, very poor? And with this GST demonetization and the RERA Act, Real Estate Regulation Act, I'll tell you briefly how it is real estate. So that the poorest, the poor is going to become the rich and climb the ladder. And a day will come, there will not be a rich man and there will not be a poor man. This is going to facilitate you, my dear students, for tomorrow when you go out of this university. Be for you. Be on the stage and we may go up. You are the beneficiary of this. Now, as I already told you, okay, I have sufficient time. So this, as I told you, the land and building, all this come under RERA Act, State Regulation Act. What does it do? Any builder building, whatever advance is paid, he has to put in another escrow account for this business. He has to use this business for his own money. Commitment of, he has to deliver on that day, and if he doesn't deliver on that day, he has to pay interest on that. That's a beautiful law. To buy a flat, and if he has given a commitment date, he has to give that flat on that day. And this Real Estate Regulation Act, there will be a commissioner who can regulate stuff, like your Telephone Regulatory Act. Similarly, this Real Estate Regulatory Act also means there is a commissioner who will the justice field. Doesn't deliver property. This is RERA. That means you may have a house or a land on your name or your father's name. You also have a land on your servant's name, driver's name, uncle, auntie, sodara mava, atte mava, mavai mava. For land property matra. ಯಾತಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಯಾರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ ಸಾಯುವಾಗ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ so what is going to happen that means whatever in the Aadhaar card and the PAN card what you have filed is only valid and there also if you have filed more than your income either two that also is gone. So all that R.K. Kumar Sharma, Kumar Ram Sharma filed, that is also gone. The economy of our country, and this GST implemented, which was there at 7.1% of GDP, came down to 5.7% of the last quarter. 3% of offices are closed, and the analysis is done. Those who purchase and cash sales, they have completely closed. Those who are doing real estate property sale, even that cash was something like 70 to 80%. Estates have become booth bangla. Because they are not followed the norms. Also they come for auctioning, that's a different issue. But here the money transaction mainly was on real estate. Next it was on the gold purchase, gold and silver. Because it's comes under GST. You know that Malaysia main road when you travel, the 18th floor, both the sides of the shop glittering all light, dazzling lights were there. See that? Today what happened? So what does it indicate for you? Black money, by and large, is closed. Not fully closed because it's another 6 months. It has become a rampant in Karnataka. Rampant. Anything and everything is called steel project. But all citizens are opposing the steel project. Why? Because in every project, road construction or any other construction, Karnataka government goes to 40 to 50% corruption. 50% corruption. So that means if the road is done, and if it is only 50 rupees is used, out of that you want to take 20% profit, and only 30 rupees road ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ pothole. So the government says and the commissioner says, I will suspend the engineer. Poor engineer, what he can do? Everything is in the top. Okay, this corruption business probably after another 6 months time, from 1st of April 2018, entire black money, if it is stored, it will remain there as a paper. Is going to be transferred from bank to bank, digital transfer, and the facility will be given to you on your mobile sitting here. You can transfer your money. Cyber security has become very, very strong. There will not be any theft or no any other cyber security problems. Sitting here, you can transfer your money from mobile to any businessman. So if that is the technology, it's called Digital India. What has been proposed in the 2014 budget is called Skill India, Make in India, Digital India, Safe India, Rural India, Urban India, and India is going to come for you. You are in the safe hands. Whether 2019 BJP comes back to the power or not, nobody can change this. These are all enactments passed in the parliament. If by mistake or by chance Rahul Gandhi becomes a prime minister, who called this tax as the Gabbar Singh tax? God alone save our country. Survive in the parliament for more than 2 years. And if 2019 BJP comes and Modi becomes prime minister, and there is no doubt he is delivering it because he has got another 1.5 years going to transform the whole economy, where GDP growth is going to become double digit. 0.1% of GDP. It is going to become double digit. Just watch and see. Because the entire business will start paying taxes. And there is no black money circulation. And the black money cannot be used. But it will be used, that black money, to wipe, because I'll tell you why. When the parliament election came in yes, 2004, correct. When the Vajpayee changed to UPI government, 2004, there was an inflation. Inflation was 14.1% inflation. And is like a policy paralysis and all that. The economy was in the doldrums. And when the parliament election came, within about 1 year, the economy grew up by 2.5% of GDP. Gone up. You know how? Because during the time of parliament election, there are 543 candidates. So something like 1,800 persons were contested. And each contestant must have spent 2 crores to 200 crores
which was a black money, which was in the hands of poor people. Had this money, and they all went and purchased all FMCG products, food products, and all that. So economy went up. Although today is a black money, tomorrow by election come, that money again goes into circulation. Products. On that. So that the money which is there under the bed, which will go into circulation, is buying that kind of product. So FMCG products will go, so economy will go, GDP growth will go, government gets the revenue. Black money. So in future, although there is a black money today, they must have collected by various means with the adjustment with the bank manager, the just from the RBI, all kept for the election. That money will go in the common man's hand. Oh, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 4-5 vote ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಸರಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 5,000 ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ. All that money given to the common man's hand get back in the society with the FMCG products growing up, economy will grow. Well, this is about your demonetization, GST, and your economy. Now, what is going to be your future? Probably you are more interested in that. How do I create my future? How do I reap the fruit out of this good economy? Please trust me. If you are seeking employment, please CV, beautiful CV, and go on applying. Rather than that, 50% of our 50%. Although the economy start doing it, don't do it. Just Google it. Just Google it. Supposing your parents have some land anywhere, just apply on the Google that you want to do a soil testing. They will come and take the soil. They will come and help you what kind of nutrient is required for that soil. Fertilizer. Please note this. Don't ever attempt to use the fertilizer. So this soil testing laboratory will come and take your soil at the appropriate depth and tell you these are the nutrients required for your soil. Like for your body, what kind of nutrient you require? Do you take chemicals to your body? No. So why do you add chemical to your land? Land also is like a body like you. So it requires some kind of nutrient where the soil testing laboratory will tell you, and also will tell you what kind of growth if you do in that land you will have within 2 years. Is available. Don't even go anywhere. By sitting there, just Google it. You will have the information. And if you want more information, more search you do it. Convert that land into an agriculture. You don't require water. If you don't have the water, drip irrigation system is available. Buy some land, put a drip irrigation system, which is done by Israel. Israel is a country where it is a desert. Today is a #1 country in agriculture. Such a small country. #1 in agriculture. Why? Because they have used this high technology in agriculture. High technology to such an extent, each plant has a chip. That chip will tell the boss, yes, I am suffering so and so and so.
please put in this. Otherwise, we are putting more medicine. This is informed by that chip for a particular plant. This is the technology what we have in the lab. How many people know about this? Anybody know this? Please raise your hand. One person knows the entire. Wow, great. Please stop asking you. Let others recognize it and take you some information. Please stand up. Yeah, please recognize it. He knows it. So take the consistency from him. For a job. If you don't have a land, have the attention, please. If you don't have a land, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೋದರನವನೋ ಅತ್ತೆನೋ ಮಾವನೋ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, take it from him on lease. Take it on lease. Or take it on the board as equity into the company. Trust me, if you do this, 2 years you'll have this kind of production. 5 years, trust me, you will travel in Mercedes or the Ferrari car. You know why? Because there are no taxes. Any business where there is no tax, you earn plenty of money. Where does it tax? I am little hesitant. Why should I show so much of profit and pay? Everything is white. And everything is white. You buy Ferrari, you So this is one option for you. Even if one person is not able to do it and do it, 4 or 5 people join today. Maybe your neighboring land person, friendship ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸೇರಿಸಿ private limited company ಮಾಡಿ start agriculture. Okay, fine, you don't have a taste for agriculture, doesn't matter. But you have a taste for this kind of passion. Identify your passion. If you are not